There we go.
Okay, we're ready to go. As a new tech, we're excited to be here. Thanks for having us. Thank you, Miles and Greg and Jimmy and all the team. I'm Felix Pütsch. I'm the CEO and co-founder of GoFetchIt. And this is Markus Kuhn, CTO and co-founder. And to give you an idea what we're doing, let me tell you a little story. This is Markus, and he's at work, almost done with his day at work, ready to go home, and his boss walks in and says, Markus, you know what? It's getting toward the end of the year, and I really want to have a forecast of how much time all of our team will be spending on the most important 3 projects. Can you please get that to me? And Markus thinks, it shouldn't be a big deal because we have the sophisticated time reporting system. But wait a second, it only reports times that have already happened. It doesn't really forecast. But I just do it in Excel. And I'm sure that's something that all of you have done. Collect data in Excel, right? Get it from different people, get it together. And it's easy, right? It's a simple process. You just create your Excel with the data you want to have, send it out, create a second Excel to track the data, get it all back, remind people, consolidate it, lose a lot of hair, and eventually you have it. Simple. Really? Hello? Yeah. Really? Are we still following this process from the 90s? And we are. We did a survey with 200 business professionals, and we found out that although most of them consider data collecting part of their job, 84% of them do it with Outlook or Excel as their primary tool of choice. And they're not happy about it. For example, 63% of the Excel users complain about how difficult and time-consuming it is to consolidate the data from different users. And also think about it. Are you comfortable with having most of your business-critical data being stored in email? We don't think so. And since Markus and I met working for Accenture 10 years ago, we've seen this problem a lot of times, and that's why we decided to fix it. And now we're saying, if you need to get data, don't email, go fetch it.
Great. So let me take you to the tool and give you a brief overview of what we have here. In our application, let's just switch over and give you a brief overview of 3 main points we have here. This is creating a fetch, that is the reach out to the people, and the second one is a little status tracking, how we can monitor what's out there, and the third one is how we get the data out of the box again, because at the end of the day, you all know it's going to be Excel or something, analytic tools we need in order to reason about those data. So the first thing you have to do is just, after logging in, you see your application, is to just create one of those fetches. It's quite easy and straightforward. And the task I got from my boss was just to reach out for the people in our company to get to know what's open for the rest of the year in our main project. So I just type in those usernames. It's quite easy here. You can pick them from a list. That's nothing special. At the end of the day, I can just add the things I do in email typically as well. They want to have something like a forecast here, and maybe a cover letter. They need some data. Now, enforce our problem here maybe a little. And then coming back down to the, I think, interesting part here. Apart from other systems that do some sort of form generator or stuff like that, we tried to add a little more dash on the data semantics and the structure behind that. We add a group, for example, for the forecast data. And then we add KPIs, as we call them. For example, these are the hours left we need. And let's say we want that by the projects, E1 and E2. These are the most important projects we reason about. And maybe you see now the multi-dimensional feature here. You see maybe about function or something like that, like development and design. And having that said, I specify what I need from whom. I can a little discuss around what's the reason behind that. I click on Go Fetch, and that's all about that. The system goes out there, reaches the people, and trying to get in touch with those. They can communicate along those information, trying to get that together. And in order to give you some overview of how it looks like on the fetcher side, the people who don't add the data but to gather the data at the end of the day, to get some basic tracking about what's happening. That is what you do typically in your other Excel sheets in Outlook. You can add other people if you like, and send public invite links if you do on your own. And at the end of the day, you get the data in. Here's some sample data we have. And interestingly, our clients currently using that. Just take that out, for example, in direction of an Excel sheet. It's going to be exported, consolidated, the complete data in there, and you can do something like pivot tables, stuff like that, analytics, or give it back to a BI system, data warehouse, or whatever it is. Quite easy.
Pretty easy, isn't it? And that's only one of the use cases, right? There are many other ones. Let me give you 2 examples maybe. I'm sure you've all seen people losing their phone book and then posting on Facebook, can you all send me your email addresses or your phone numbers? Do it with GoFetch.it. Create a public fetch, post it on Facebook, and just wait for the data to come in. Or do the status tracking in your company for the status of all your projects with it. All very simple. Why are we here? We're excited to present our product to you as a brilliant crowd, and we're sure you can make great use of the product. We would like you to use the product and tell us how you like it, give it feedback. We're looking for business and sales partners to sell the product and potential clients. And we're also looking for angel investors, that's the symbol on the right, to get some funding. Get in touch with us. We created a special fetch that you can reach under sfnt.go-fetch-it. And let us know what you think. Everybody that mentions SF Newtech gets a free corporate account for 6 months. And we're ready for questions and answers. Thank you.
Somebody's got a question. First question, there we go, in the back.